Yes, yes, yes. Shabbat Shalom, Semet Salam. Yes, greetings, greetings, greetings. A little delay right here. TJIF.
Thank ya, Rastafari.
Jump! Rastafari. Jump! Rastafari. Jump!
It's
Rastafari.
Friday. Yay, yay, yay.
Yes, yes, yes. Shabbat Shalom, Semet Salam. Let's ride up the Psalms. Kabbalat Shabbat. Psalms 95 to 99 plus Psalm 29 right here. TJIF. Shabbat Shalom, fam. Shabbat Shalom, Chabarim. Shabbat Shalom, Rastafari. And I. Yes, I.
Psalm 95. O come, let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving and make a joyful noise unto him with psalms. For the Lord is a great God and a great King above all gods. In his hand are the deep places of the earth. The strength of the hills is his also. The sea is his, and he made it, and his hands formed the dry land. O come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord our Maker. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. Today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your heart as in the provocation, and as in the day of temptation in the wilderness. When your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my work. 40 years long was I grieved with this generation, and said, it is a people that do err in their heart, and they have not known my ways. Unto whom I swear in my wrath, that they should not enter into my rest, my rest, my rest, my rest, my rest. Psalm 96. O sing unto the Lord a new song. Sing unto the Lord, all the earth. Sing unto the Lord, bless his name. Show forth his salvation from day to day. Declare his glory among the heathen, his wonders among all people. For the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. Honor and majesty are before him. Strength and beauty are in his sanctuary. Give unto the Lord, O ye kindreds of the people. Give unto the Lord glory and strength. Give unto the Lord the glory due unto his name. Bring an offering and come into his courts. O worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. Fear before him all the earth. Say among the heathen that the Lord reigneth. The world also shall be established, that it shall not be moved. He shall judge the people righteously. Let the heavens rejoice, and let the earth be glad. Let the sea roar, and the fullness thereof. Let the field be joyful, and all that is therein. Then shall all the trees of the wood rejoice before the Lord. For he cometh to judge the earth. He shall judge the world with righteousness, and the people with his truth, 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 with his truth. Psalm 97. The Lord reigneth. Let the earth rejoice. Let the multitude of isles be glad thereof. Clouds and darkness are round about him. Righteousness and judgment are the habitation of his throne. A fire goeth before him, and burneth up his enemies round about. His lightnings enlightened the world. The earth saw and trembled. The hills melted like wax at the presence of the Lord, at the presence of the Lord of the whole earth. The heavens declare his righteousness, and all the people see his glory. Confounded be all they that serve graven images, that boast themselves of idols. Worship him, all ye gods. Zion heard and was glad, and the daughters of Judah rejoiced because of thy judgments, O Lord. For thou, Lord, art high above all the earth. Thou art exalted far above all gods. Ye that love the Lord hate evil. He preserveth the souls of his saints. He delivereth them out of the hand of the wicked. Light is sown for the righteous, and gladness for the upright in heart. Rejoice in the Lord, ye righteous, and give thanks at the remembrance of his holiness. His holiness, his holiness, his holiness, his holiness. Psalm 98. O sing unto the Lord a new song, for he hath done marvelous things. His right hand and his holy arm hath gotten him the victory. The Lord hath made known his salvation. His righteousness hath he openly showed in the sight of the heathen. He hath remembered his mercy and his truth toward the house of Israel. All the ends of the earth have seen the salvation of our God. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all the earth. Make a loud noise, and rejoice, and sing praise. Sing unto the Lord with the harp and the voice of a psalm. With trumpets and sound of cornet, make a joyful noise before the Lord the King. Let the sea roar and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. Let the floods clap their hands, let the hills be joyful together before the Lord. For he cometh to judge the earth. With righteousness shall he judge the world, and the people with equity, with equity, with equity, with equity. Psalm 99. The Lord reigneth, let the people tremble. He sitteth between the cherubims, let the earth be moved. The Lord is great in Zion, and he is high above all the people. Let them praise thy great and terrible name, for it is holy. The king's strength also loveth judgment. Thou dost establish equity. Thou executest judgment and righteousness in Jacob. Exalt ye the Lord our God, and worship at his footstool, for he is holy. Moses and Aaron among his priests, and Samuel among them that call upon his name, they called upon the Lord, and he answered them. He spake unto them in the cloudy pillar. They kept his testimonies, and the ordinance that he gave them. Thou answeredst them, O Lord our God. Thou wast a God that forgavest them, though thou tookest vengeance of their inventions. Exalt the Lord our God, and worship at his holy hill. The Lord our God is holy. God is holy. God is holy. God is holy. Psalm 29. Give unto the Lord, O ye mighty. Give unto the Lord glory and strength. Give unto the Lord the glory due unto his name. Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. The voice of the Lord is upon the waters. The God of glory thundereth. The Lord is upon many waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is full of majesty. The voice of the Lord breaketh the cedars. Yea, the Lord breaketh the cedars of Lebanon. He maketh them also to skip like a calf. Lebanon and Syrian like a young unicorn. The voice of the Lord divideth the flames of fire. The voice of the Lord shaketh the wilderness. The Lord shaketh the wilderness of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord maketh the hinds to calve, and discovereth the forests. And in his temple doth every one speak of his glory. The Lord sitteth upon the flood. Yea, the Lord sitteth king forever. The Lord will give strength unto his people. The Lord will bless his people with his people, 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 with his people.
מזמור צדיהם. לכו נרננה לאדוני, נריע לצור ישענו. נקדמה פניו בתודה, בזמירות נריע לו. כי אל גדול אדוני, ומלך גדול על כל אלוהים. אשר בידו מחקרי ארץ, ותועפות הרים לו. אשר לא הים והוא עשהו, ויבשת ידיו יצרו. בואו נשתחווה ונכרעה, נברכה לפני אדוני עושנו. כי הוא אלוהינו, ואנחנו עם מרעיתו וצאן ידו. היום אם בקולו תשמעו, אל תקשו לבבכם כמריבה, כיום מסע במדבר. אשר ניסוני אבותיכם, בחנוני גם ראו פועלי. 40 שנה אקוט בדור ואומר, עם טועה לבבהם, והם לא ידעו דרכי. אשר נשבעתי ואפי, אם יבואון אל מנוחתי, 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 מנוחתי. מזמור צ"ו. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בסרו מיום ליום ישועתו, ספרו בגויים כבודו, וכל העמים נפלאותיו. כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורא הוא על כל אלוהים. כי כל אלוהי העמים אלילים, ואדוני שמיים עשה. הוד והדר לפניו, עוז ותפארת במקדשו. הבו לאדוני משפחות עמים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז, הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, שאו מנחה ובואו לחצרותיו. השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש, חילו מפניו כל הארץ. אמרו בגויים אדוני מלך, אף תיכון תבל בל תמות, ידין עמים ומשרים, משרים, משרים. ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירעם הים ומלואו. יעלוס שדי וכל אשר בו, אז ירננו כל עצי יער. לפני אדוני קיווה, קיווה לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק, ועמים באמונתו. אמונתו, 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 אמונתו. מזמור צ"ז. אדוני מלך תגל הארץ, ישמחו איים רבים. ענן וערפל סביביו, צדק ומשפט מכון כסאו. אש לפניו תלך, ותלהט סביב צריו. העירו ורקב תבל, רעתה ותחל הארץ. הרים כדונג נמסו מלפני אדוני, מלפני אדון כל הארץ. הגידו השמיים צדקו, וראו כל העמים כבודו. יבושו כל עובדי פסל המתהללים באלילים, השתחוו לו כל אלוהים. שמעה ותשמח ציון, ותגלנה בנות יהודה למען משפטיך, אדוני. כי אתה, אדוני, עליון על כל הארץ, מאוד נעלית על כל אלוהים. אוהבי אדוני שנאו רע, שומר נפשות חסידיו, מיד רשעים יצילם. אור זרוע לצדיק, ולישרי לב שמחה. שמחו צדיקים באדוני, והודו לזכר קודשו. זכר קודשו, זכר קודשו, זכר קודשו, זכר קודשו. מזמור צ"ח. מזמור. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, כי נפלאות עשה. הושיע לו ימינו וזרוע קודשו. הודיע אדוני ישועתו, לעיני הגויים גילה צדקתו. זכר חסדו ואמונתו לבית ישראל, ראו כל אפסי הארץ את ישועת אלוהינו. הריעו לאדוני כל הארץ, פיצחו ורננו וזמרו. זמרו לאדוני בכינור, בכינור וכל זמרה. בחצוצרות וכל שופר, הריעו לפני המלך אדוני. ירעם הים ומלואו, תבל ויוש ובה. נהרות ימחה וכף, יחד הרים ירננו. לפני אדוני קיווה לשפוט הארץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק, ועמים במשרים, 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 במשרים. מזמור צ"ט. אדוני מלך ירגזו עמים, יושב קרובים תנות הארץ. אדוני בציון גדול, ורם הוא על כל העמים. יודו שמך גדול ונורא, קדוש הוא. ועוז מלך משפט אהב, אתה כוננת משרים, משפט וצדקה ביעקב אתה עשית. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו, והשתחוו להדום רגליו, קדוש הוא. משה ואהרון בכהניו, ושמואל בקוראי שמו. קוראים אל אדוני והוא יענם, בעמוד ענן ידבר עליהם. שמרו עדותיו וחוק נתן למו. אדוני אלוהינו אתה עניתם, אל נושא היית להם, ונוקם על עלילותם. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו, והשתחוו להר קודשו, כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו. אלוהינו, 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 אלוהינו. מזמור כ"ט, מזמור לדוד. הבו לאדוני בני אלים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז. הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש. כל אדוני על המים, אל הכבוד הרעים, אדוני על מים רבים. כל אדוני בכוח, כל אדוני בהדר. כל אדוני שובר ארזים, וישבר אדוני את ארזי הלבנון. וירקידם כמו עגל, לבנון וסיריון כמו בן ראמים. כל אדוני חוצב להבות אש. כל אדוני יחיל מדבר, יחיל אדוני מדבר קדש. כל אדוני יחולל איילות, ויחשוף יערות ובהיכלו, כולו אומר כבוד. אדוני למבול ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום, 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 בשלום.
Yes, 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 yes. Shabbat Shalom, Semet Salam.
Thank Jah, Rastafari.
Jump! Rastafari. Jump! Rastafari. Jump! Rastafari.
Friday. Yay, 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 yay.
Semet Salam, Shabbat Shalom. A song for days of resting inside your home. Semet Salam.
Ana bekoach gedulata yemineka tatira serura. O Lord, we beseech thee to loosen with the greatness of thy powerful right hand those that are bound in captivity. Aver arina ta ameka sagrenu at aherenu nora. Accept the cry of thy people, exalt and purify I, O thou who art tremendous. Na gibor dorsheya yehudeka kavavata shamreim. O most powerful God, we beseech thee to preserve as the apple of the eye those that seek thee, who art God alone. Barakema taherema rachemea tzidkateka tamida gamleim. Bless and purify them, and continually requite them according to thy merciful righteousness. Chasina kadosha barova tuveka nahela edateka. O thou who art most mighty and holy, guide thy congregate, thy aggregate people in thine abundant goodness. Yachida ge'ehe li'ameka b'nei zochre kedushateka. Thou who art God alone and most excellent, regard thy people and who continually make mention of thy holiness, of thy set apartness. Shawatenu kabel ushmas aik atenu yodea ta elumot. Accept our prayers and hearken to our I cries. O thou to whom all secrets are known. Baruch Hashem kovoda malkuto le'olam oed. Blessed be the name of the glory of his kingdom, forever, for ever and ever. Yes. The Ana Bekoah, Ana Bekoah, here, Leka, to Leka Dodi, here for the Leka Dodi, welcoming the Sabbath for Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Salam. Yes, sir. Rastafari. Lecha Dodi, Likarati Kala, B'nei Shabbati Nikabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrata Kala, B'nei Shabbata Nikabela. Come, my friend, my lover, to meet the bride, to welcome HaShabbat, referred to as the bride. Lecha Dodi, Likrati Kala, B'nei Shabbati Nikabela. We, I will welcome HaShabbat, welcome the Sabbath. Come, my friend, to meet the bride. Make I welcome the presence of the Sabbath. Lecha Dodi, Likrati Kala, B'nei Shabbati Nikabela. Shamor Zakora B'dibur Echad. Hishmi'anu El Hama Yuchad. Yeh Echad Ushmo Echad. Yahweh Echad Ushmo Echad. Adonai Echad Ushmo Echad. Observe and remember the Sabbath day, the only true good, true God cause I and I to hear in a single utterance. Shamor Zakor Bi Debor Echad. Observe and remember. Shamor, observe with Zakor and remember the Sabbath day. B'dibor echad. B'dibor echad. Guard and remember in a single utterance. Make I and I hear the special kind. Hishami anu elham yuchad. Hishmianu, the only air, true good, true God, cause I and I to hear in a single utterance. We have here in the Seder, in the Siddur, Yihya, for Jaja in the Seder. Jaja Echad, Ushmo Echad. Jaja is one, is the one. His name is one. L'Shema Ulatifa Ereta Litahila, to his renown and his glory and his praise. Lekadodi, likratikala, beneshabati nikavala, shamo wezakor, b'dibur echad, hishmi'anu elham yuchad. Ya, Jaja echad, Adonai echad, ushmo echada, l'shem, Ulatifa ereta we litahila lekadodi likrati kala bene shabatia nikabala likrat Shabbat Eleku we nelaka kia mekor habraka mea rosh mik adam ne suka sofa maese de maheshava te khila. Come, make I and I go to meet the Sabbath, for it is a wellspring of baraka, of blessing. Likrata Shabbata, Lekua we nelka, kia hia mikora habraka. From the beginning, from of old, it was ordained. Me rosh. Mik Adam Ne Sukkah, last in production, first in thought. Sofa Ma'ese Bi Macheshava Techila Lekadodi Likrati Kala Bine Shapati Nikabala Avala 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 Yes. Shabbat Shalom. Semet Salam.
Lord,
Shabbat Shalom.
Peace.
Shalom. Yeshua Shalom.
מזמור כ"ט, מזמור לדוד. הבו לאדוני בני אלים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז. הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש. כל אדוני על המים, אל הכבוד הרעים. אדוני על מים רבים. כל אדוני בכוח, קול אדוני בהדר, קול אדוני שובר ארזים, וישבר אדוני את ארזי הלבנון, וירקידם כמו עגל, לבנון וסיריון כמו בן ראמים. קול אדוני חוצב להבות אש, קול אדוני יחיל מדבר, יחיל אדוני מדבר קדש. קול אדוני יחולל איילות, ויחשוף יערות ובהיכלו, כולו אומר כבוד. אדוני למבול ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו ושלום, 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 ושלום.
Shalom and peace. Shalom. There. Psalm 29, Psalm 29 again right there. Kabbalat Shabbat here. Psalms 95 to Psalm 99 plus Psalm 29. 6 Psalms right there. 6 days of the Shabbat. Right here. Before the Friday evening Psalm here. We ride up with Psalm 92. The Sabbath, the Shabbat evening Psalm right here.
It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord, and to sing praises unto thy name, O Most High, to show forth thy loving kindness in the morning, and thy faithfulness every night, upon an instrument of 10 strings, and upon the psaltery, upon the harp with a solemn sound. For thou, Lord, hast made me glad through thy work. I will triumph in the works of thy hands. O Lord, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. A brutish man knoweth not, neither doth a fool understand this. When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. But thou, Lord, art most high forevermore. For lo, thine enemies, O Lord, for lo, thine enemies shall perish. All the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. But my horn shalt thou exalt like the horn of an unicorn. I shall be anointed with fresh oil. Mine eye also shall see my desire on mine enemies, and mine ears shall hear my desire of the wicked that rise up against me. The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Those that be planted in the house of the Lord shall flourish in the courts of our God. They shall still bring forth fruit in old age. They shall be fat and flourishing, to show that the Lord is upright. He is my rock, and there is no unrighteousness, 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 unrighteousness.
And here, army, bring in the army, Gideon, Rasan Bessa Tafari, right here, Sabbath peace, Shabbat Shalom here, based on the Sabbath Psalm, evening Psalm, Psalm 92. Here's Army Gideon, Sabbath peace.
Most High, Rastafari, on the salt tray, playing on the 10 string, showing love and kindness, until in I the brutish man would never know, neither does the fool overstand his soul, cause Jah has made us triumph by the sure. Enemies perish, cause there's a life forevermore. But my heart shall raise up like the horn of Africa. See, I will be anointed with fresh oil, with fresh oil. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. A song for the days of rest, yeah, inside your home and seal up. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. A song for the days of rest, yeah, inside your home. Love me down, cause this at the time people get caught in a dissonant mind. Listen behind, Babylon come with a different design, and still it's all the same. Better relax, sit and recline. His Majesty said unity and only Jah know. See enough of them are the sick and the blind. You consider divine. Any place which get them all, we call we high and I go out. Sure. You find your personal life. Your face look different this time. You find petition and prayer. Balance with spiritual life. Rasta are Israelite. Where Babylon feel like trying to cut the branch. Please let it grow. The root of David, he could only be so. Got to take it easy, please take it slow. That's why I say, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. A song for the days of rest, yeah, inside your home. Shabbat Shalom, oh Shabbat Shalom. A song for the days of rest, yeah.
That brings us right here. Psalm 93, Friday evening Psalm. So the order goes a little something like this. Psalms 95 to 99 plus Psalm 29. Then we have Anam B'Koach, a short Kabbalistic prayer right there, to he who be who ye be, bringing out his attributes in the Hebrew. Then the Lekah Dodi, welcoming the Sabbath, Lekah Dodi. Then Psalms 92, Shabbat Psalm, and here's Psalm 93. Yes, Sendet Salam, Shabbat Shalom.
מזמור צדק ג' אדוני מלאך גאות לבש, לבש אדוני עוז התעזר, אף תיכון תבל בל תימות. נכון כסאך מאז, מעולם אתה. נשאו נהרות אדוני, נשאו נהרות קולם, יישאו נהרות דוחיים. מקולות מים רבים, אדירים משברי ים, אדיר במרום אדוני. עדותיך נאמנו מאוד, לביתך נאווה קודש, אדוני לאורך ימים.
Psalm 93. The Lord reigneth, he is clothed with majesty. The Lord is clothed with strength, wherewith he hath girded himself. The world also is established, that it cannot be moved. Thy throne is established of old, thou art from everlasting. The floods have lifted up, O Lord, the floods have lifted up their voice, the floods lift up their waves. The Lord on high is mightier than the noise of many waters, yea, than the mighty waves of the sea. Thy testimonies are very sure. Holiness becometh thine house, O Lord, forever, 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 forever.
መዝሙር 92 በቅንፍ 93 በሰንበት ቀን የምስጋና መዝሙር። እግዚአብሔር ነገሰ፣ ክብርንም ለበሰ። እግዚአብሔር ኃይልን ለበሰ፣ ታጠቀም። ዓለምን እንዳትናወጥ አጸና። ዙፋንህ ከጥንት ጀምሮ የተዘጋጀ ነው፣ አንተም ከዘላለም ነህ። አቤቱ ወንዞች ከፍ ከፍ አደረጉ፣ ወንዞች ቃሎቻቸውን ከፍ ከፍ አደረጉ። ከብዙ ውሆች ድምፅ ከባሕርም ታላቅ ሞገድ ይልቅ እግዚአብሔር በከፍታው ድንቅ ነው። ምስክርህ እጅግ የታመነ ነው። አቤቱ እስከ ረጅም ዘመን ድረስ ለቤትህ ቅድስና ይገባል።
מזמור צדק ג' אדוני מלאך גאות לבש, לבש אדוני עוז התעזר, אף תיכון תבל בל תימות. נכון כסאך מאז, מעולם אתה. נעשאו נהרות אדוני, נעשאו נהרות קולם, יישאו נהרות דוחיים. מקולות מים רבים, אדירים משברי ים, אדיר במרום אדוני. עדותיך נאמנו מאוד, לביתך נאווה קודש, אדוני לאורך ימים.
Psalm 93. The Lord reigneth, he is clothed with majesty. The Lord is clothed with strength, wherewith he hath girded himself. The world also is established, that it cannot be moved. Thy throne is established of old, thou art from everlasting. The floods have lifted up, O Lord, the floods have lifted up their voice, the floods lift up their waves. The Lord on high is mightier than the noise of many waters, yea, than the mighty waves of the sea. Thy testimonies are very sure. Holiness becometh thine house, O Lord, forever, 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 forever.
Yes, yes, yes. Psalm 93 right there. Psalm 93, the Friday evening psalm, but here in the order, the Kabbalat Shabbat, welcoming the Sabbath, the Friday evening service. It precedes, it follows Psalm 92. So the Sabbath Psalms that we're preparing right here in the evening and morning one day. So already in the eve, it begins the new day, according to the scripts, according to Yahweh, according to the Torah. But here, from the Amharic, bringing out, some say the LXX, and maybe an older perspective of Psalm 93, is that in our source, it says, Besenvet ken yemiskana mezmor. Besenvet, the senvet. So we say senvet salam, corresponding with Shabbat Shalom. Here it says in superscription, Besenvet ken, on the Sabbath day, Besenvet ken yemiskana mezmor. So here, this brings us here to the reading and the chant here in the Sabbath day, based on Bereshith, Genesis chapter 2. The Sabbath rest of Elohim, of Yahweh Eloheinu, the Sabbath rest. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them. In the Sabbath day, here by Benjamite, yes, sir.
Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the seventh day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the seventh day, and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth, when they were created, in the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens, and every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew.
Shabbat, 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 yes it is a Shabbat day. Shabbat day. Shabbat, Shabbat, holy Shabbat, yes it is the holy day. Holy day. Shabbat, 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 yes it is the Shabbat day. Shabbat day. Shabbat, Shabbat, holy Shabbat, yes it is the holy day. to know it's time to rest. Cook up the food and everything blessed. Read back and pull the scriptures out. Family reading what it's all about. Giving full attention to the most high of creation. He hallowed it and made it a holy day. Separation. To be one with the most high and feel his essence. Destructions of the world have to be absent. We have to remember the fourth commandment until thy kingdom come. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat. Yes, it is a Shabbat day. Shabbat, Shabbat, holy Shabbat. Yes, it is the holy day. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat. Yes, it is the Shabbat day. Shabbat, Shabbat, holy Shabbat. Yes, it is the holy day. I'm duty free from my responsibility for servitude. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's what the Father said we're supposed to do. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by the words that proceeded by him that sit up on the highest throne. From the heaven to the earth, angel and man abstain from work, just as it was from in the first. Why should I divert? Even lovers take vacation, traveling and spending time one-on-one. It's a way of strengthening their union. We should do the same thing with the Almighty One. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat. Yes, it is a Shabbat day. Shabbat, Shabbat, holy Shabbat. Yes, it is the holy day. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shabbat. Yes, it is the Shabbat day. Shabbat, Shabbat, holy Shabbat. Yes, it is the holy day.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it.
And Shabbat Shalom, Semes Salam, the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath day. Eitz Chaim Dub wise right here.
Wherefore the children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath to observe HaShabbat throughout their generations, a perpetual covenant. It a sign between me and the children of Israel, the children of Israel forever. For 6 days Yahweh Jehovah made Hashemayim, the heavens and earth and the earthly plane. And on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed. Beni u vein bnei Yisrael oti le'olam ki shesheta yamim asah Yahweh et hashemayim ve'et haaretz vayom hashvi'i shavat vayinafash. It is a sign between I and the sons of Yisrael. Beini u vein bnei Yisrael ot hi she is a sign. Ot, he. Baini uvein bnei Yisrael oti le'olam. For she is a sign between I and the children of Yisrael le'olam. For I le'olam. Kia shesheta yamim asah Yahuwah. For in 6 days, Kia shesheta yamim, he who he be made asah Yahuwah. Jehovah made eta hashamayim, the heavens, were eta haaretz, and the earth and the earthly plane, uvayom hashavi, and on the 7th day, ubayom hashabi, shavata he ceased from work. Shabbat, wayinafash, and rested. He rested and was refreshed. Shabbat, wayinafash.
Send Salam, Shabbat Shalom. A song for days of resting inside your home. Send Salam, Shabbat Shalom. Send Salam, Shabbat Shalom. A song for days of resting inside your home. Send Salam, Shabbat Shalom.
Yes, yes, yes. Shabbat Shalom here. We have this Shabbat Balak. This Torah reading and feeding can be themed overruling the wicked, where a prophet for hire, Balaam, was hired to curse Yisrael by a fretful Moabite king. That brings us here to today's daily psalm. According to royal order, we have Psalm 12. Let's ride up, give a first here. Today's daily psalm, according to royal order of the Ethiopian Hebrews. After the order of Melchizedek here, Psalm 12.
מזמור י"ב, למנצח על השמינית מזמור לדוד.
Help, Lord.
הושיע אדוני,
For the godly man ceaseth.
כי גמר חסיד.
For the faithful fail from among the children of men.
כי פסו אמונים מבני אדם.
They speak vanity, every one with his neighbor.
שב ידברו איש את רעהו.
With flattering lip.
שפת חלקות.
And with a double heart do they speak.
בלב ולב ידברו.
The Lord shall cut off all flattering lips, and the tongue that speaketh proud things, who have said, with our tongue will we prevail, our lips are our own, who is Lord over us? For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise, saith the Lord. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. The words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times. Thou shalt keep them, O Lord. Thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. The wicked walk on every side, when the vilest men are exalted.
All right, so here we have today's daily psalm, Psalm 12. Okay, let's get this out right here, Psalm 12. What's the theme of today's daily psalm? Psalm 12. Interesting, corresponding here with the Shabbat Eve for this 40th sabbatical study for Parashat portion of Balak. Here also featuring Balaam. Here, this is a Psalm Yod Beit, a prayer answered. And it's another one of what's called the persecution, false prosecution Psalms right here. Interesting, this Torah reading and feeding. Let's touch a little bit on this Torah reading and feeding, and then pick up more with a prayer answered, Mizmor Yod Beit. Now here you see we have Balaam's donkey, Abdu, right? We have Abdu right there. But before we get into that right there, let's touch on this right here for this Torah reading and feeding. Here, this Torah reading and feeding, overruling the wicked, overruling the ratchet. So here we have the story of Balak, right? Balak and Balaam. Balaam comes into view right here, and Balaam's donkey, the talking donkey. Interesting right there. All right, so let's this is some we have some slides, some deeper presentations right here to present. But let's go over some basics. Let's go over some basics right here. This Torah reading and feeding. So we have the 40th sabbatical study. 40th sabbatical study. This Shabbat coming forward. Balak is called Balak, right? Balak. So let's just review for continuity purposes from the previous Torah reading and feeding from the 39th. So in the 39th Torah reading and feeding, we had Shabbat Hukat, statute, ordinance. That showed right there how one named Sihon, right? Sihon, the king of Ha-Amori, of the Amorites, and one named Og, king of Bashan, how they tried to prevent the Beta Israel, Beit Yisrael, the Israelite people, from passing through their borders to get to the land of promise, to get to the promised land. Now, both of these kings, kings of the earth, kings of the east, kings of the earth, they decided to wage war against the Bnei Yisrael, against the Israelites, and both were decisively defeated. That's the previous right there for continuity purpose. So here we pick up with Numbers chapter 22. Numbers chapter 22, verses 2 to chapter 25, verse 9. Chapter 22, verse 2 to chapter 25, verse 9. For this sabbatical study, this Shabbat strong, in this weekly Torah portion reading and feeding, we find Yisrael, we find Israel. We find the Israelites encamped along the borders of Moab, east of the Jordan, the Yarden River. Now they are finally after like 40 years, they had a 40 years, I don't know if you call that a layaway, 40-year layaway, where a whole generation wandered to death in the wilderness, but picking up with a new generation, they're finally ready to enter the land of promise, the promised land, when Balak, the king of Moab, when he considered and he saw, the scripture literally says, Wayar, and he saw, he saw, Wayar, and he saw Balak ben Zippor et kol asher asa Yisrael la Amori. And Balak saw, Balak the son of Zippor, he saw. Now, interesting in the Hebrew, when it says like to see, in some places it's actually translated as consider, right? And from that consider idea, it's really literally in the Hebrew to see, right? And he saw, he considered, right? Or saw literally what Yisrael, what Israel, Kol Asher Asa, all that done, right? That Yisrael had done, Kol Asher Asa Yisrael La Amori, all that the children of Israel, all that Israel collectively as one had done to the Amori. The Amori are the Amorites. In the Hebrew, Amori, to say Amori is like a sayer, or even in a sense has a connotation of like a big talker. What Yisrael, this new generation, note that there, this new generation of Yisrael had done to the sayers, to the big talkers, what they had done to the Amorites. However, Balak, king of Moab, he sought the aid of the neighboring Midianites, He went cold Medina. He went to the Midianites and he sent emissaries, right, to hire a seer. It's interesting because in the scripts it says things in Shemuel, in Samuel, around their parts, it says that before they were called prophets, right? Before they were called prophets, they were called seers. So to hire a seer named Bilaam in the Hebrew, or Balaam, right? Bilaam, to curse Yisrael so that they would be defeated in the forthcoming battle. So it's an interesting context here. The context here is like, well, once he saw what Yisrael had done to the Amori, to the Amorites. The Amorites were strong and a warrior-like tribe. You remember the previous generation, their fathers. But here we have like the sons, right? Their fathers, after they were sentenced for a year, right, for a day that they spied out the land, that the spies spied out the land to wander to death in the wilderness. Some of them repented, recall? Some of them repented and they sought to storm the mountain where the Amorites and the Canaanites were at, and the Amorites and the Canaanites beat them and chased them, the scripture says, like bees. So now we have like 40 years, so the children of Israel wandered in the desert for this 40 years, in the wilderness for 40 years. And 40 years later, this kind of ragtag fugitive fleet, so to speak, now rises up and defeats one of the strong powers. It's like even today on the so-called geopolitical stage, a little people, a little wandering people who just fled out of a, oppressive situation, wandering in the wilderness, not entering into the land. Who knows what becomes of them? Then all of a sudden they defeat, one of the strong military powers in the region, right? He was fretful. He was afraid. Balak, right? So the Torah portion, reading and feeding in Numbers chapter 22, verse 2, it begins, Wayar Balak ben Sipor eit kol asher asa Yisrael la Amori. And Balak, the son of Zippor, right? It's like Sipor is like a little bird. It's like a twitter, like the Twitter, like a little sparrow, hopping bird. Son of Zippor, saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites, to Ha-Amori. So who is Balak? Who is Balak? Right? First character right here is Balak. Who is Balak? Let's see if we can bring that up. Okay, right there. Just a little word picture right there to help, for those watching here. So right here, Balak. Let's recall that Balak, here picking up with Numbers chapter 22 from verse 2 and forward. Recall that Abraham's nephew, Lot, called Lot, right? He brought Lot along. Yahweh called Abraham, right? And Abraham brought his nephew, brought Lot. And Lot turned into a lot of trouble. But recall how Abraham's nephew, Lot, right, or Lot, was rescued. Remember, Abraham rescues Lot from the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, along with his two daughters. After fleeing the area, they took shelter in the cave. Remember? When the two daughters got their father drunk, they had sexual relations with him and became children, became pregnant. The two sons born from this incestuous union would become fathers of the nations of Moab, and Ben Ami, or Ben Ammon, right, respectively. When the Moabites had heard, so there's a relationship, remember Abraham, right, was, the uncle, and Lot was the nephew, so they're relatives. So one might say, well, look, these people are related peoples, but what does that matter? Because when the Moabites heard about the defeat of the Amorite kings, which kings? These were big kings back in them days. Sihon, and Og. Sihon and Og. They decided to join forces with their longtime enemies, the Midianites. See, casual reading of Torah, you probably miss those parts right there. That the Moabites and the Midianites, they were like longtime enemies. But at this point, they decide to join forces, the Moabites with their longtime enemies, the Midianites, Kol Medina, in order to present a united front. There's some ancient politics, right here, politics. The Moabites, then they installed a new king. This time, the Moabites installed a new king, right? He was known as Sur of Midian. Who was renamed Balak, right? For this Torah portion, reading and feeding for Parashat Balak. Now, perhaps the Moabites chose a Midianite king because Moshe himself lived there for many years. Recall that Moses lived there for many years with his chotain, his father-in-law Yitro or Jethro. Now, King Balak was said to be a sort of I guess an obeahman, or one might call a magician, a cultist. He was trained in what's known as kishuf, right? The occult and magic. Instead of preparing for conventional war, check this out. Instead of preparing for conventional war, just go out and fight the Israelites. However, he hired the services of a renowned obeahman, magician, spiritualist named Bilam or Balaam, son of Beor. His plan was to fight Israel, by means of spiritual powers, by means of spiritual warfare. I think many miss over this Torah reading and feeding right here, although some of the things that Balaam says, have worked their way into Judaism and even Christianity. It's interesting that Balaam was hired to curse, but because he had some knowledge and relationship with Yahweh, he knew that Yahweh did not permit him, so he didn't curse, but he blessed, right? But notice right here, this is a spiritual warfare. So instead of going out to fight, because this is why the narrative begins the way it does, right? In Numbers chapter 22 and 2, where it says, Wayar Balak ben Tzipor, et kol asher asa Yisrael la emori, that when Balak saw all that Yisrael had done to the Amorites, so the two kings, Sihon and Og, the two kings, he decided not to go out in the conventional way, right? Conventional warfare, just mustering his troops and going out and attacking the Israelites. Instead, he is employing spiritual, you could say, powers, spiritual warfare. Perhaps he thought that if he and Balaam combined their powers, right, they could defeat Israel. So there's a very important spiritual warfare narrative right here. And this might be one of the reasons why, when it comes to Balaam, we even find Balaam mentioned in Revelation, right? Balaam is mentioned in Revelation as well as in Jude, the epistle of Jude. So even though that was like even a long time ago from the New Testament time, still it was referred to. So now here's the question here. So who was Balaam? Bilam. The name kind of means like not of the people, right? Not of the people, right? Not of the people. Bilam, right? Bile and Bilam, not of the people. Bilam, he was the son of Beor. He was from Aram, a place called Aram, like the Arameans, Mesopotamia, Nahar, Nahar, the Mesopotamia was called today Mesopotamia or Syria, roughly Syria. The place of Abraham's extended family was from the region known as in ancient times as Aram and in modern times as Mesopotamia or Syria. Now, similar in notoriety, he had a similar notoriety, like he was a known man, Bilam. Back in them days, we said Bilam, they knew who he was talking about in certain parts. His similar notoriety to the Rasha, a Hebrew term for the wicked, Rasha or defiant, Haman. We have Haman or Haman in the book of Esther. Bilam is considered one of Yisrael's, is often considered one of Israel's greatest foes. Could this be a reason why his name kind of pops up and appears, right? Even in the Brit Chadasha, right? His name, Bilam, right, is said to mean not of the people, or can it be interpreted as meaning in Hebrew, Bilam, not of the people, right? Or a madman, or a corrupt of the people. Now, according to some Yehudi, high Yehudi tried and tradition, Jacob, Yaakov's wicked uncle, Laban the white. Laban means white, you know, the wicked uncle, Uncle Whitey, right? Jacob's wicked uncle Laban, he had a son. It was said he had a son named Beor, who became the father of Bilaam, of Balaam. In other words, this cursing prophet, this is what he was known for, cussing, right? Who you bless will be blessed, and who you curse will be cursed. You see that Abrahamic connection right there. Balaam was none other than the great or the grandson of evil Uncle Whitey, Laban, right? And therefore, he was a distant relative to the Beta Israel people, right? Now, note that the name Beor, it first appears in connection with a king of Edom. Right? Let's see if we can bring this up right here. A king of Edom. There's some presentations right here. I think this brings out a kind of a sense, you know, a general sense of Balaam. So his name, his surname, Beor. The Boers, right? The Boers. What was they in South Africa? The Boers. They went down to South Africa. Interesting. The Boers. Yeah. The Beers, the Boers. Note that the name Beor first appears in connection with a king of Edom, right? In Genesis Bereshit, Genesis chapter 36, verse 32. Now, this suggests that Balaam might have once been a king of the Edomites, and therefore a descendant, or definitely a relation of Esau. Note, however, there's a phonetic similarity to a place known as Peor. So there's a place called Peor that comes up here in the narrative. And he is a son of Beor, Ben Beor, but there's a place called Peor in Baal Peor. So if Beor and Peor are the same, then Balaam was actually a prophet or a seer of Baal Peor or Baal Peor, right? The Lord of the Gap, the Lord of the Opening, a local Afro-Shemitic cult, right? Balaam was regarded as a great seer, a magician, we say like an Obia man, you know, a spiritualist, an occultist, and a pastor, a preacher too, and an adept in the occult. He had the Ain Ra, right? He had an evil, right? An evil eye, right? And he drew the spirits of demons to anything that he gazed upon, it is said in the Perkei Avot 5:22. His notoriety made him famous, and powerful people asked him to invoke curses on their enemies. This is what he did, right? Ancient teaching states, Sanhedrin 106a states that Balaam became so famous as an Obia man, magician, pastor, cursing pastor, preacher, that he later became a chief advisor to Paro, right? To Pharaoh, to the great house. It was Balaam who is said was the one who advised the new Pharaoh, the new, we could say, White House back then. It was called the White Walls, the new White Walls, the new rulers, the great house, to put into bondage the B'nai Yisrael and afflict them with the brutal taskmasters. You can check the language in Exodus chapter 1, verses 8 to 11, right? Notice his name, Bilaam, not of the people. In that narrative, it says that should they rise up, you know, against our people, there's a people versus people, you know, some ethnic, clannish, tribal thing going on. For more info, right, about the identity of Balaam, let's follow up a little bit more on the curses of Balaam. Look more on this right here. So the text in the Torah here, this Torah reading and feeding the 40th sabbatical study, notice 40 years, right? The 40 years, here we come to the 40th Torah reading and feeding, right? For Parashah Balak. So the text here implies that Balaam, had some real knowledge. He really had some da'at. He has some da'at of the Elohei Yisrael, of Yahweh Eloheinu. But here's the question. Why did Yahweh give him the gift of nebuah, nebuah or nevuah, nevuah, nebuah, nebuah, prophecy, nebuah, nevuah, prophecy. Why did Yahweh give him the gift of nebuah, prophecy? According to some of the sages, Yahweh, Jehovah Hakadosh Baruch Hu Baruch Hashem, allowed him, Balaam, to become a Navi, a Navi, a prophet, so that the Goyim, the nations, could not make the claim. If Elohim had given us a prophet as great as Moshe, we would also have served Yahweh. So the nations could not have made that claim. Some of the sages said this is the reason why that, yeah, even Balaam was a prophet, and Yahweh communicated to him, and he knew that Yahweh was the high El, the high God, the true God, but he still was about his things, right? Balaam is also an object lesson, right, for all those who may attempt to manipulate Yahweh, Jehovah, for the purpose of rah, evil, hurt, harm, bad, ill. He was later killed, right? Right, by Yehoshua when he tried once again to curse the people of Yisrael. Now, King Balak, right, sought him out. This is why King Balak seeks him out. Because what we have in the Torah is military conflicts. There's a new generation, the youths, right? The youths are rising up, the youths, whose fathers had, were judged, not to enter into the rest, so they wandered to death in the wilderness. This new generation, rises up, gains victories, vows to Yahweh, and slays enemies and takes territories. And therefore, if Balak doesn't like it, he can always, go out and fight. But instead, he chooses to fight via spiritual warfare. So King Balak sought Balaam out because he mistakenly, wrongly thought that this prophet could somehow manipulate Yahweh Eloheinu to turn against Amo. So King Balak sought Balaam out because he wrongly, mistakenly thought that this prophet, right, this prophet knows of Yah. The Israelites say Yah and Yahweh. Well, Balaam knows of Yah and Yahweh. So if anyone can curse them, then therefore perhaps Balaam can somehow manipulate Yah, right, to turn against Ammon. According to Barakot 7a, Balaam, he knew the moment, right? It was said that he knew the moment each day that Yahweh was angry at the world. If he could curse someone at just that moment, this is what many of these, occultists, they have these ways that they think are true, right? If he could curse someone at just that moment, right, Yahweh Elohim would be somehow constrained to say Amen to the curse and allow the curse. Now, here's where Balak sends messengers to Balaam, right? Messengers to Balaam. Balak, he dispatched a group of noblemen, right? Noblemen, we say businessmen, right? From both Moab and Midian. Notice the close relation of Moab, right, and Midian, right? Before this, they were longtime enemies, but this time they appeared to have a united front, right? So he sent noblemen from both groups, the Moabites and the Midianites, to invite Balaam to curse the Bnei Yisrael, the sons of Israel, the Israelites. Initially, Balaam refused to go with them since he did not have the permission of Yahweh. That's what we find in the narrative, right? He refuses because he asks Yahweh, and Yahweh tells him not to, and therefore he does not. So this is kind of interesting right here. Because one would say, well, this is a cursing prophet. This is the prophet that goes around, no doubt, receiving filthy lucre, to curse people's enemies. And, some of this must obviously come to pass. right? But here we have Balaam refusing to go because Yahweh did not give him permission. However, after repeated delegations, it wasn't just one group of noblemen, even more noble than the last group. He sent the next one, repeated time and time. And a warning from Yahweh, right? Guess what he did? He saddled his donkey, he saddled his ass, and made his way to curse Yahweh's chosen people. Now, this is interesting. The one that seeks to curse his people, and this whole story about the Democratic part, the donkey the donkey. Is there something going on here? Is there another form of spiritual warfare, even in our times, going on? So many lost sheeple, are part of the Donkeycrat party. But anyway, let's go on. The willingness of Balaam to curse Yahweh's people, Jehovah's people, this now made Yahweh angry, right? On the way to perform his maledictions, male, like bad dictions, his bad pronouncements. On his way to perform his maledictions, there's a delicious irony that ensues, right? Balaam, right? He is berated by his donkey. He's berated. His donkey started talking back to him, right? Now, his donkey is said to have seen the Malach Yahweh, the angel Jehovah, right? That Jehovah sent to block, right? Sent to block their way. The so-called great man could not even control his own jackass, right? He couldn't even control his own donkey, right? With his words, right? How would he then be effectual in cursing Yisrael? Right? The donkey ride was a bad donkey ride. Now, Sanhedrin 105a, it states that Balaam was actually made lame when his foot was crushed against the wall as his donkey lurched, right? The second time to avoid Ha-Malach, to avoid the angel. However, Jehovah let him proceed on his mission, but only on the condition that he would speak exactly, not generally, not choose your own words, freestyle. No. That he would speak exactly what he, right, commanded him to speak, right? So we have that incident right there. After, like, we look at this whole, signs and symbols, the Donkeycrat, the Democrats, they were the Dixiecrat, what did they do to Yahweh's people? And this Torah narrative right here. Now the curses, are turned into berkot. The curses, right, on the other hand, right, are turned into blessings. See Abdu there and his donkey. The curses are turned into blessings. Balak received Balaam at Moab's border and repeated his promises of honor and glory. But Balaam reiterated that the word that Elohim places in my mouth, that I will speak. Note that right there. He says specifically that the word, right, that Yahweh places in his mouth, that and only that is what he will speak. Right? So here. Let's just bring this up right here. Balak. Let's use this for a screensaver right here. Right? This Torah portion. Balak. Yeah. Any artists out there, so we get some more appropriate, artwork, but from low degrees to high degrees. Now, notice this also in the narrative. After he says that the word that Yahweh places in my mouth, that I will speak, right? That I will speak. 3 times from 3 different vantage points, Balaam attempted to pronounce his curses. Check that out there too. The trifecta, right? The trifecta from 3 times from 3 different vantage points, he attempts to curse the children of Israel, right? Check that right there. Okay, right here, trying to bring up that other still right there where Balaam and Balak They are, yeah, they are on the mountainside together. All right, some of this is some presentations right here. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Let me see if we can find this right here. It was an interesting shot of them on the mountain, on the mountainside. Did we pass this? There we go, right there. There we go. There we go. This one right here. All right. Balaam and Balak. Balaam and Balak. Right. So 3 times from 3 different vantage points, Balaam attempted to pronounce his curses. Each time, Berkot, blessings upon Yisrael, were recited instead. The third attempt was at the summit of a place called Peor. Once again, that name Peor related to Balaam's surname, son of Beor. Peor means like a gap, an opening, right? The summit of Peor itself. The place that was noted for Baal or Baal worship. The Ruach HaKodesh came upon Balaam, and he recited further baraka, further blessing upon Yisrael, upon Israel. And ironically, what's so ironic when we look at the narrative, what he actually said, right? Curses upon Yisrael's enemies, curses upon Israel's enemies. It's interesting right over here. You know, it says he couched, he lay down like a lion and like a lioness in Numbers 24:9. Who will rouse him up? He couched, he lay down like a lion and like a lioness. I think there in the KJV uses old lion, but actually it's lioness. Who will rouse him up? Blessed are those who bless you, and cursed are those who curse you. Right? So part of Balaam's baraka is now part of the daily morning service, the Ma Tovu. Ma Tovu. Ma Tovu. What is the Ma Tovu? Right? The Ma Tovu. Let's bring this up. It's apart from Numbers chapter 24, verse 5, where it reads, how goodly are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, O Yisrael. So the Ma Tovu, Ma Tovu, Ma Tovu, Ma, what? Tovu, good. It's good. What? Good. Or like how goodly are your tents, O Jacob, Ma Tovu, O Haleka Yaakov. Your dwellings, O Yisrael, Mishkanoteka Yisrael. So from Numbers chapter 24, verse 5, that part of what Balaam says actually is a part of the Yehudi and was part of even the ancient Yehudi morning service. What's called the dawning service or the morning service, the Shacharit service, known as the Ma Tovu, Ma Tovu, Ma Tovu. Is that part there? The full of it is how goodly are your tents, O Jacob, your dwelling places, Yisrael. As for me, through your abundant kindness, I will enter your house. I will prostrate myself toward your holy sanctuary in awe, in reverence of the eye, O Yahweh. I love the house where the eye dwell, and the place where your glory tabernacles. I shall prostrate myself and bow. I shall kneel, lifting Yahweh, my maker. As for me, as for I, may my prayer to you, O Yahweh, be at a favorable time, O Elohim. In your abundant kindness, answer me, answer I, with the truth of your salvation. Answer I, Eneni be'emet Yish'eka, the truth of Yish'eka, of the I Yeshua, of the I salvation. So that part right there, that's part of the morning service, Shacharit service, the words of Balaam, the attempted curses that was turned into baraka, part of the morning service, Ma Tovu, Ohaleka Yaakov, Mishkanoteka Yisrael. How goodly are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, Mishikanoteka, Yisrael, O Israel. Finally, the king, King Balak. Balak must have been really exasperated, at all of this, at all that was going on here. The exasperated king, he wanted to rid himself of Balaam. But Balaam then prophesied concerning the Acharit Hayamim. Acharit Hayamim is the end of days, the last of days. Acharit Ha, the Yamim, the days, the last, the after days, to say the last days. Acharit Hayamim. According to Maimonides, Balaam's prophecy concerned two anointed ones. So according to some scholars of Torah, Balaam's prophecy concerning the Acharit Hayamim, the end of days, concerns two anointed ones of Yisrael, namely King David, Dawid HaMelech, even the greater David, greater son, and HaMoshiach, right? HaMoshiach, and the Messiah. In the story of Balaam, this is from Mishneh Torah, in the story of Balaam, it is spoken of that there it is prophesied on the two anointed ones. The first Mashiach, who is Dawid, who saved Yisrael from its enemies, and the last Moshiach, who shall be of his descendants, who will save Yisrael in the end. There he says, I see him, but not now. That is, according to Maimonides in Mishneh Torah, that is said to be Dawid. I behold him, but he is not near. This is Moshiach HaMelech, King Messiah. There shall shoot forth a star out of Yaakov. That is said to be David. And a scepter shall rise out of Yisrael. This is the King Messiah. And shall smite the corners of Moab. This is Dawid. As it is written in 2 Samuel chapter 8, verse 2. And he smote Moab, and he measured them with a line, and ruled over the children of Seth. This is King Moshiach, as is written in Zechariah chapter 9, verse 10. And his dominion shall be from sea to sea. From sea to sea. This here from the Mishneh Torah. Here, Numbers 23:23. Ki lo nachasha beYaakov v'lo kasem beYisrael. For there is no evil incantation against Jacob, and no sorcery, no obeah, no witchcraft against Israel. Ki lo nachash beYaakov v'lo kasem beYisrael. So the apostasy. So now after this right here, there's an apostasy that happens at the place called Peor. Sanhedrin 106a. When Balaam saw that he could not prevail against Yisrael by his words, it is said he devised a different strategy and stratagem to defeat them, a different scheme. Now, this is where we have in Revelation, right? Revelation, in Revelation where it speaks about, Balaam, right? Let's see if we can bring this up right here in Revelation, right? In Revelation reveals the truth. Revolution. Okay, let's go right here to the verse in, let's go over here. Let's go over here to this verse. Balaam, there we go. PR, not PR, Balaam. Give me one moment. Balaam. Now, it's interesting, Balaam, because Balaam is found 59 times, right? 59 verses have possible Balaam sightings, right? Balaam sightings. Then we go all the way down here to Revelation chapter 2, verse 4. It says, but I have a few things against thee, because thou hast there them that hold the doctrine or the teaching of Balaam, who taught Balak. You see that right there where it says Balaam is the one who taught Balak. He taught Balak to cast a stumbling block before the sons of Israel, the Bnei Yisrael, to eat things sacrificed to idols and to commit fornication. So Balak hired Balaam to curse Yisrael, but the curses were turned into berkot, into empowerments to prosper, into blessings. But what he did succeed in doing is, according to what the scripture says right here, is that he taught Balak to cast a stumbling block. To cast a what? So what was the stumbling block? This is a different stratagem here that Balaam might devise. He advised Balak to erect tents. So what was the stratagem? He advised Balak to erect tents near the Bnei Yisrael camp. So at this time, the Israelites are camped at a place called Shittim, right? And to seat old women, in the doorways, to sell linen garments to the Bnei Yisrael, to the Israelites. The old woman, they lured the men inside the tents, where the young woman of Moab awaited them, adorned and all perfumed up. The woman of Moab, they tempted the Bnei Yisrael, the sons of Israel, to join in the worship of Baal Peor, the Lord of the opening, and to participate in idolatry and immorality. Thus, Balaam at last succeeded, so to speak, in cursing Yisrael. The strategy was simple. You can't curse the people who are blessed. But if you can get the people to curse themselves, right? Well, how are we going to do this, Balaam? What do men have in? Okay, use your daughters. I notice this, that Balaam, right, advised Balak to use their woman because he was already knew that he was afraid to go out and battle against the children of Israel. So therefore he tried this spiritual warfare cursing strategy, right? So if they can't beat you, right, and defeat you, they try to curse you, right? They try to character assassinate you, right? But try to curse you, right? And if they can curse you, they're going to try to get you to curse yourself. Check. In punishment for their idolatry, a plague broke out among the Israelites. And Yahuwah commanded Moshe to impale, right? Literally to impale, or to basically hang up, to lynch, to crucify, right? The ringleaders. Before the order was carried out, however, a high-ranking Israelite, right? Yisraeli, his name was Zimri. He publicly, most of mine just snuck off and did them thing. But this one, Zimri, a high-ranking prince, an Israelite prince, he publicly took a Midianite princess into a tent set up near the Mishkan. So it was a tent that was set up in the proximity of the tabernacle. Phineas, the grandson of Aharon, he took up a spear and he juked them both, thereby stopping the plague that was raging among Amo Yisrael, among the people of Israel. Nevertheless, and even more, Yisrael's first encounter with Baal was disastrous. Now, Baal, it's interesting because etymologically speaking, Baal, right, means husband or owner, right? But for the other ites around the Israelites, some say the Philistines and some of the Canaanites, Baal, the husbandman god, the Baala was their high god, Baal, right? We say Baalin today, they said Baal, right? The husband god. In other words, it's like saying, when one say Baal, right, is not so much like, it's a part of speech. It's like saying God in a sense. You know what I'm saying? because even the word God come from German, but we use it kind of loosely to refer to, in translation. But Baal was the high god, of the other ites, like the Moabites, the Midianites, the Philistines, and the other ones. So the first encounter that Yisrael had with Baal, right, at Baal Peor, the husband, the Lord, right, of the opening, was disastrous. And 24,000 of the Bnei Yisrael community died. Think about that for a moment. So they couldn't defeat them in battle, right? They were afraid to. Balak was afraid to. He tried this cursing thing, right? It didn't work out. Then, as the scripture says right here, right? It says Balaam, who taught Balak to cast a stumbling block before the sons. See, in the direct sense, it was the sons, the Bnei Yisrael, the sons of Israel, to do what? To eat things sacrificed to idols and to commit fornication. Balaam the Bizarre. Balaam is mentioned no less than 51 times in the scriptures. Did you know? Showed you up here, right here, right? Let's go up here for a moment, right? You see 59 verses, right? And more than how many times? 51 times, no less than 51 times in the scriptures, right? Beginning with the account given here in Parshat Balak, right? Numbers chapter 22 to Numbers chapter 24. He was later killed in battle between Yisrael and the Midianites in Numbers chapter 31 at verse 8. He is also mentioned in Deuteronomy chapter 23, verses 5 to 6, and Yehoshua, Joshua chapter 13, verse 22, Joshua chapter 24, verses 9 to 10, Micah chapter 6, verse 5, and Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 2. Although at first glance, Balaam might appear, at first glance, he appears to be a man of God. He seems like a man of God. He seems like a true prophet. Both the scriptures and even the Yehudi, the Judaic tradition, are emphatic that he was an adversary, a Satan, an adversary of Yahweh, and an enemy of the Bnei Yisrael, the Israelites. His so-called sorcery, spiritual magic, right? Sorcery, not the name right there, Balaam, not of the people, right? His sorcery led to folly and death. The Brit Chadasha, the New Testament scripture, speak of the way of Balaam, right? In 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 15, it says the way of Balaam, the son of Beor, who loved gain, filthy lucre from wrongdoing. He loved to profit from doing wrong. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 15. It also speaks of the era of Balaam, or Balaam's era, in Jude chapter 1 at verse 11. And it also speaks of the teaching of Balaam, who taught Balak to put a stumbling block, taught Balak to put a stumbling block before the sons of Yisrael. Perhaps ironically and even paradoxically, or at least ironically, the baraka, the blessing that Balaam was constrained, right? He was constrained to confess over the Beta Israel, was integrated into the daily shacharit, the daily, we say, dawning service, as the ma tovu, ohaleka yis Yaakov, mishkanoteka Yisrael. How goodly are your tents, because it said that, he wanted to be brought up to a place where he can see the camp of Yisrael. And when he looked from a distance, right, he was able to see the camp of Yisrael. And this is why I think we show this right here. Let's see if we can bring this up right here. The camp of Yisrael. Something similar to this right here. You know, he was able to see the camp of Israel. Some say that what he saw was Israel, you know, in the shape of a cross, right? The camp of Israel, because we know that is to the four cardinal parts, you know, west, you know, to east, north to south, with the tribes around there. So when he saw the camp of Israel, you know, from a high elevation, he called out and said, Ma tovu, oh haleka, ma tovu, how goodly, oh haleka, is the eyes, tense, Yaakov, Jacob, Mishkanoteka, your dwelling places, the places of your dwelling, your tabernacling, Mishkanoteka, Yisrael, your dwellings, oh Yisrael. So the Ma Tovu. Gonna pick up on that a little bit more right there. But here. Do a little segue here to today's daily psalm, right? Psalm 12, right? A prayer answered. Yisrael's prayers answered. Here. Shema.
מזמור י"ב למנצח על השמינית מזמור לדוד.
Help, Lord.
הושיע אדוני.
For the godly man ceaseth.
יגמר חסיד.
For the faithful fail from among the children of men.
כי פסו אמונים מבני אדם.
They speak vanity, every one with his neighbor.
שב ידברו איש את רעהו.
With flattering lip.
שפת חלקות.
And with a double heart do they speak.
בלב ולב ידברו.
The Lord shall cut off all flattering lips, and the tongue that speaketh proud things, who have said, with our tongue will we prevail, our lips are our own, who is Lord over us? For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise, saith the Lord. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. The words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times. Thou shalt keep them, O Lord. Thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. The wicked walk on every side, when the vilest men are exalted.
Okay, so here, today's daily psalm. Let's see if we can bring this up right here. Okay, it's today's daily psalm. We have Psalm 12. Psalm 12, today's daily psalm right here. Balaam is very, very interesting. You know, ain't nothing new under the sun. Yes, so here's Psalm 12, Mizmor Yod Beit, Psalm 12 right here. Let's situate ourselves right here. So let's go through today's daily psalm, Psalm 12 here in the season, reason for the season. Right, we have this Balaam Torah portion reading and feeding right here. Let's just share a little bit of a dubwise, and then we'll pick up with a verse by verse.
Psalm 12.
מזמור י"ב למנצח על השמינית מזמור לדוד.
Help, Lord.
הושיע אדוני.
For the godly man ceaseth.
יגמר חסיד.
For the faithful fail from among the children of men.
הפסו אמונים מבני אדם.
They speak vanity, every one with his neighbor.
שב ידברו איש את רעהו.
With flattering lip.
שפת חלקות.
Listen, with a double heart do they speak.
ולב ולב ידברו.
The Lord shall cut off all flattering lips, and the tongue that speaketh proud things, who have said, with our tongue will we prevail, our lips are our own, who is Lord over us? For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise, saith the Lord. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. The words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times. Thou shalt keep them, O Lord. Thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. The wicked walk on every side, when the vilest men are exalted, are exalted, are exalted, are exalted, are exalted, are exalted. Psalm 12.
מזמור י"ב. למנצח על השמינית מזמור לדוד.
Help, Lord.
הושיע אדוני.
For the godly man ceaseth.
יגמר חסיד.
Psalm 12.
מזמור י"ב. למנצח על השמינית מזמור לדוד.
So here, today's daily psalm, a prayer, a tefillah, a prayer answered, Today's daily psalm, Mizmor Yod Beit, Hebrew alphanumerics, Yud Beit, Yod Beit, Mizmor Yod Beit, Psalm 12, Psalm XII. A prayer answered, also an alternative, KND has it as a prayer answered, complemented by lament, a lament and consolation in the midst of prevailing falsehood. A prayer answered, or a lament and a consolation in the midst of prevailing falsehood. This is another of the what's called the persecution, false prosecution psalms, in that the innocent are beset by slanderous enemies who plot their ruin. Unlike the preceding, Psalm 11, a song of steadfastness, and Mizmor Yod Aleph, unlike the preceding, wherein the psalmist uttered his assurance of divine aid, where Yahweh himself interposes his answer to the tefillah, to the prayer. Another difference is that the personal element is not to the fore, is not in the forefront here in today's daily psalm. The sufferer is not so much concerned with his own troubles, but rather moralizes over the degeneracy that prevails. Probably it is said that he depicts the state of society in Yisrael during Shaul's declining years, during Saul's declining years. Here. So here we have to the chief musician, La Menatzeach, upon Sheminith, Al Ha-Sheminith, on the 8th, on the octave, Mizmor Le Dawi, a psalm of David, the superscription right here, the Sheminite, the eighth or the octave. Here, referring to Psalm 6, referring to the superscription in Psalm 6. Psalm 6 is a prayer in sickness. It's theme Mizmor Wow, Mizmor Vav, a prayer in sickness, a prayer in sickness. Psalm 6, Mizmor Wow, Mizmor Vav. Psalm VI, a prayer in sickness, opening La Menatzia to chief musician. Be a niggy note on the niggy note, bingy note on with string music. Al ha sheminit on the sheminit. Mizmor le Dawi on the eighth. By referring to the eighth, some say it's the octave, right? It's with string music there in Psalm 6. Just a compare right here. Superscription of sheminit, right? More exactly defined by on the eighth. On the here you go right there. Sheminit. The sheminit, all right, all ha sheminit on the eighth. Some say it's a 8-string, perhaps a musical instrument of 8 strings, perhaps a musical notation referring to the eighth, which is the sheminit or the octave. Referring to a type of instrument, some say, with a deeper tone, possibly an octave lower than the viol, the viol right there. But the sheminit on the eighth, some say a musical notation right there on the eighth. You can see there was an 8-string lyre, 8-string musical instrument, the sheminit. Some say it was on that particular sheminit, like on this rhythm, on that rhythm, so to say. Yes. So here, superscription first right here. La menatziyach al ha-sheminit mizmor le Dawi. For the leader, the chief musician, the presenter, on the eighth, al ha-sheminit, a psalm of David, a chant of David, mizmor le Dawi, right there, David beloved. Right here, first verse right here. Hoshia Yahuwah ki gamar chasid ki fasu emnim mi b'nei Adam. On the eighth, mi b'nei Adam. So in the KJV, you see where it says help. First word Hebraically is Hoshia. Hoshia from Yasha means save. Hoshia. Let's bring it up right here. Compare with the Hebrew. Compare right here. Go through the verses. So here's the word right here. Hoshia. Right? Hoshia. Save. Right? They say salvation there, but Hoshia is to save. Hoshia, salvation. Yahuwah, save. Yahuwah, Hoshia. Yahuwah. Ki gamar chasid. KJV says, right? The King James Version says, for the godly man, the chasid, right? The chasid, right? The pious, right? The kind, the goodly. The sense is like the holy one. But remember that chasid is from chesed, right? Chesed, to be kind. One of the attributes of Yahuwah, chesed, right? The kind, mercy also sometimes brought us chesed. So it seems that the chasid is like the goodly man, one who has received of Yahuwah's mercy and in Yahuwah's mercy, and therefore, like when Yeshua Robenu says, be holy as Abinu Shabbat Shemayim, right? As our Father, right, in the heavens, as he is holy. So those who receive of Yahuwah's chesed, chesto, of his mercy, of his goodness, his loving kindness, therefore also becoming, right, good ones and loving kind ones. So here, the first part of the verse says, for the godly man ceaseth, right? For the godly man ceaseth. In Hebrew, Hoshia, Yahuwah Ki Gamar Chasid. Ki for Gamar, for finish, completed. Chasid, Chasid. The Chasid, the pious, the goodly man, the godly man ceases. Gamar, Gamar. Ki Gamar comes to an end. Gamar is completed. Gamar. Ki Gamar Chasid. Right? In the sense of completion, in the sense of failure, it's over for the Chasid. It's over for the Hasid. So opening up right here with Hoshia. Hoshia from Yasha, we have right here Hoshia, Yahuwah Ki Gamar Hasid. Help or save, Yahuwah, save. The answer comes in verse 5. When we get to verse 5 of today's daily psalm, where it reads, I will set him in safety. So the call here, opening here in Mizmor Yod Beit, right, Yudvet, right, Psalm 12, a prayer answered. The opening word is Hoshia, Yahuwah, Hoshia, save, O Yahuwah, save. And the answer coming forward in verse 5, I will set him in safety. Save who? Save what? Ki, for Gamar Chasid. For completed is the Chasid, is the loving, kind one, the merciful one, right? So we have Chasid here, as we have in Psalm 4, round about verse 3, verse 4, right? When the virtues, right, the true virtues, right, are scorned, and evil and rara abounds, hurt, harm, right, unkindness, badness, vicious. Those who hold fast, who hold firm to ha'emet, to the emet, the truth, and to yashar, right, mesharim, uprightness, are in danger of their lives. So the sense of the word right here for gamar, right, or ceaseth, gamar, as you can see right here, BDB, to end, to come to an end, to complete, to cease, right, to bring to an end, to cease, right, in the sense of completion, right, also contextual in the sense of failure. So the more force of the idea here in the opening verse, right, first part of the verse, Hoshia Yahuwah Ki Gamar Chasid. Save, O Yahuwah, for the Hasid, the goodly, right, the kind, the merciful man ceases. The merciful man is being exterminated, For the faithful fail from among the children of men. Full of the verse right here. Let's go to the second part of the verse right here, right, from second part. Ki fasu emunim mi b'nei Adam. Ki fasu emunim mi b'nei Adam. Ki fasu, for fail, right? Fasu for fasas, to disappear, to vanish, to cease, to fail, right? But the Strongs bring out the more direct idea is like disperse, right? The sense of it like disappear. Ki fasu emunim. For the faithful fail, for the faithful disperse, for the faithful disappear, right? For the faithful disappear. They grow fewer and fewer in number. And unless Hoshia, unless help, salvation comes from Yahweh Eloheinu, they will disappear. Right? So right here, opening verse, Ki fasu, for they disperse, they disappear, they become fewer in number. Who? Ki fasu emunim. The what? The faithful, the emunim, those who have aman, emunim, right? Emunim, the firm, the faithful, right? The firm, the faithful, as you see, figurative, you see the figurative sense, to render, right? To be firm or faithful. So as a collective group, the emunim, because they have emuna, they have faith, they have trust, they have credit. The emunim, ki fasu Kifasu emunim mi b'nei Adam. Me from B'nai, from the sons of B'nai, right? From the sons of Adam, right? From the sons of Adam, from the sons of man, from the sons of men, right? Note that says from the sons of men. Usually when he says B'nai Adam is like the sons of men, like all men, like average men, and not men of a high station, just men in general. So here to the second verse right here, the bait verse, today's daily psalm. This opening section, verses 1 to 4, is the tefillah. Ha tefillah is the prayer. Second verse here, they speak vanity, everyone with his neighbor. Flattering lips with a double heart do they speak. Right? You see in the Hebrew there? Right? It said double heart is the KJV translation. The Hebrew is a little more forceful. With a heart and a heart. With a heart and a heart do they speak. Shav yidabru aish et re'ehu sefata chalakota belev walev. Belev in heart, walev in heart and heart. Belev walev, belev walev. Belev walev yadaberu. They speak right here. Shav, or shav. Modern Hebrew shav. Emptiness, falsehood, vanity, worthlessness, emptiness of speech, lying, worthlessness, shav, right? That which leads to evil and ruin, right? Like to say idolatry. But in this sense, it's like uselessness as deceptive, right? Objectively, it's deceptive. Also in an adverbial sense, shav, yidabru, shav, yidabru. They speak vanity, they speak uselessness, they speak deception. Everyone, right? Everyone with neighbor. Ish et re'ehu. Ish et re'ehu. Here we have Ish et re'ehu. Ish, a man, et re'ehu, man with his re'ehu, with his neighbor, right? Man with his re'ehu, with his friend, his companion. Ish et re'ehu, man with his associate. Ish et re'ehu, with flattering lips. Sifat chalakot. Chalakot from chelka means like a portion, a parcel, right? Remember the Hebrew two truths, right? There's like sometimes two main sides to word. In one sense, chelka is like a portion, a parcel. Like somebody give you a portion of land, that's your chelka, right? But here it says sifat. Sifat is lips of chalakot, lips of smooth things, right? Lips of smooth things, right? Lips of smooth things with a double heart, or with a heart and heart do they speak. Belev walev. Lev is heart. Lev, modern Hebrew lev, belev valev, right? Belev walev, with heart or in heart and heart, with a heart and a heart, yidaberu, for heart and a heart. So they speak falsehood, vanity, shau, right? Shav yidaberu, ish et re'ehu. They speak falsehood, deception. Everyone with his neighbor, man with his companion. Falseness has become universal, non-partial, deception. And no society can endure when this vice is widely practiced. This leads to the flattering lips. Sifat, right? Sifat from safa, safet, right? Here we have sifat, right? Is the lip, right? To say the language, the lip. It can also be a border, a rim. Lip, Sifat, right? The lip as the natural boundary. The implication is language, right? Sifat khilakot, with lips of smooth things. Khilakot, smooth things. Lips of smooth things. Instead of the truth, ha emet, instead of the emet, what is agreeable and flattering, right? Smooth things, slippery things. To the hearer is spoken, although not sincerely meant. But it's this part right here that is interesting right here. Let me highlight the words for y'all. It's belab, right? These three words. Belab, walab, yedaberu, right? Belab in heart, walab and heart, yedaberu, right? Abra, dabra, right? Dabar to speak, right? Yedaberu. With a heart and a heart. They think one thing, but express the opposite. So it's like there's one thing, right? They think one thing, heart. Remember the heart, Hebraically also referring to the mind, right? The mind. So they have one thought, but then they express it with a different heart, right? With a heart and a heart. So here the second verse, Shav Yidavru Ish et Re'ehu. Sifat Chlakota Belev Walev Yidaberu. Here to the Gimel verse. This is in the opening section right here. This is in the prayer section of today's psalm, Mizmor Yod Beit. Here at the Gimel, the third verse. Yahuwah, Jehovah shall cut off all flattering lips, the tongue that speaketh proud things, the tongue that speaketh great things. So the Hebrew word is actually great things. Let's bring out the Hebrew here. Yachreit, Yahuwah, Jehovah shall cut. Yachreit, Yahuwah call. Siftei Yachilakot shall cut off all siftei, lips of chilakot, shall cut off all lips of smooth things. Yachreit, Yahuwah call siftei chilakota, wilashona midabreta gedolot, and the tongue, right, the lashon midaberet, that speaketh gedolot, big things, big up, the tongue that big up, that speak big things, right, or proud things, right here, speaketh proud things, big words, right? So this sense here, where it has medaberet, right? Medaberet. Do they bring this out? Speaketh. They have dabar here. Here's medaberet, right? Medaberet, which both can be speaking, right? See, in the Hebrew, dabar means to speak as a verb, and dabar, like ha dabar, the word, also means the word itself as a noun. So the word. So this here can mean medaberet, lashon medaberet, the tongue that speaketh, right? Or the tongue, lashon of the medaberet gedolot, the tongue of big words, right? The tongue of big words, medaberet gedolot, right? These are specified as we move forward right here to the next verse right here. So Yachreit, Yahuwah, Jehovah will cut off. Yachreit, Yahuwah, may Yahuwah cut off. Yachreit to karat, right? Karat, right here from karat, right? Cut off, cut down. Yachreit, he will cut off. Yachreit, he will cut off, right? Cut off, cut down, cut asunder, by implication, destroy, consume, right? Yachreit, right? He will cut off all flattering lips, right? Call siftei chilakot lashon medaberet gedolot. Here to the Dalet verse here, opening part, here. This is concluding here the first section, today's daily psalm. The first section right here is the prayer. These verses here. Here, the fourth verse, who have said, right? So where it leaves off, right? Who have said, right? The tongue that does what? That boasts great things, the tongue that speaks great things, right? Who have said, what have they said? Who have said, with our tongue will we prevail, our lips, our own. Who? Lord over us. Who is Lord over us, right? Our tongues are with us. The Hebrew brings out the sense of our tongues are with us. Asher amru Lia lishonenu nagabira sifatenu itanu mi adon lanu mi adon. Who is Adon? Me. Who? Adon lanu. Who is Adon? Lord lanu. Who is Lord for us? The implication there. Who is Lord over us? So here it kind of continues from the previous verse, you know, where it says, a tongue that speaketh proud things, lashon medabereta gadolot, asher, those that which amru, that which they say, asher amru li lishonenu nagabir. Our tongue, right? Our tongue will we make mighty. You see, here it says, with our tongue will we prevail. Li lishonenu, our tongue, nagabir, let us prevail, let us make mighty, let us gabar, nagabir, make ainai gabar. Li lishonenu nagabir, let us make mighty, prevail, let us make our tongue prevail. They're literally saying, our tongue will we make mighty. They forge their tongue into a powerful weapon to secure their ends and are armed with lies and deceit. So they say, Li lishonenu nagabir. With our tongue will we prevail. With our tongue we will make mighty. We will make mighty. Our lips, our own. Our lips, sifatenu, remember the sefa, lip, sifatenu, our lips, sifatenu, itanu. In the Hebrew here, it's actually not our own, it's itanu. Let's see if we have this down here, itanu. It's this word right here, itanu, from the anu is us, itanu, anu, itanu. Our lips, our own. Sifatenu, itanu. Our lips are with us. Sifatenu, itanu. Our lips are like on our side, as forces at our command to make us strong. Nagabir. And then he asks this question here. Mi adon lanu? Me, who? Adon. Who is Adon? Mi adon lanu, for us, our Lord, or Lord for us. Who is the firm, strong master, sovereign, master, Lord, sovereign over us? Mi adon lanu. This is their question. Who is sovereign? Who is Adon? Who rules us? Mi adon lanu. Who is sovereign over us? Mi adon lanu. Who is controller, whether human controller or divine controller? Who is master, owner, boss over us? To call I and I to account for the rara, lashon hara, lashon, the tongue, hara, the evil tongue, right? That we make of the gift of speech, right? Bringing out this context of them who we're praying against. These are those who say, as we have in Psalm 10, round about verse 4, verse 3, verse 4. So this opening section right here, verses 1, right? Verses 1 right here, KJV wise, to verse 4 right here, brings us here to the second section of today's daily psalm right here. And this is Yahweh's answer, Jehovah's answer. So here in the KJV from the Hay verse, picking up right here at the 5th verse, right, we have Yahweh's answer. This is Jehovah's answer here. When they ask the question, they ask, Mi Adon Lanu? Mi Adon Lanu? Mi Adon Lanu? Who is Adon? Who is master, sovereign, controller over I and I? This is Yahweh's answer. For the oppression, rephrase, for the downpression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy. Now will I rise, saith Yahweh. I will set in safety, puffeth at him. Now, here's the interesting, the italicized words, right? The italicized words are not there in the Hebrew. Just to note that right here. If we go through this 5th verse right here, it says, Mishoda Anayim, Anayima me ankata ebayonim, Ata kum yomar Yahweh, Ashita be Yesha'a, Yafiach lau. Now, here, if you look at this verse here, when it says, I will set, Ashit, don't say I will set him, Ashit oto, it says, I will set, Ashit be Yesha, Yesha, be Yesha, in Yesha, Yeshua, in Yeshua, Yesha, in deliverance and salvation, Yesha, in liberty, deliverance, and prosperity, in safety, that sense of salvation, of being saved from the root Yasha, the verb here, Yasha, to be saved. I will set in Be Yesha, Be Yesha. So Yesha can be brought out here as safety. I will set him in safety, right? I will set in safety. From him that part there is not there. We see what it says puffeth at him. Yafiach lo, Yafiach, from fuach or puach, puach, from him that breathe, blow, fuach, to excite, to inflame, the sense of to paint, to pant, right? A primitive root to puff, that is to blow with the breath or air, hence to fan, like you fan the flame, you fan the breeze, to utter or to kindle a fire, but it also has a sense there of to scoff. Yafiach lau. I will set in safety, Yafiach lau. I will set in safety, and here they bring this out, those who would ensnare him, entrap him, for the downpression of the poor. Me showed, the showed, right? Havoc, violence, destruction, showed, right? From the violence, me showed, from the ravage, me showed on the yim, right? The ravaging of the poor, me showed on the yim, may ankat, from the anaka, may ankat is sign, from the groaning, the crying, lamentation, the sense of shrieking, right? May ankat, right? From the ankat, from the shrieking, the sighing of the ebyonim, of the needy, the ebyonim in the plural sense, those who are in want, those who are in need, right? From the want, from those who are lacking, the destitute, from the shrieking, the sighing. So 2 parts here is the oppression, the downpression, or the showed, right? Me showed, right? Of the aniyim, of those who are oni, those who are poor, afflicted, right? Here it says in the KJV, it says for the sign. Actually in the Hebrews, may ankat, from the sign, right? So really it's like from the oppression of the poor, from the downpression, the ravage of the poor, mishoda on the yim, from the sighing or the shrieking of the needy, right? The destitute, may ankata ebionim, ata, ata, ata. Ata is the now. Ata, now. Ata akum. Ata akum. So this is Yahweh speaking right here. Ata, now akum. Akum, I will rise up. Ata, ata akum. Now I will kum, akum, I will rise up. Akum, ata akum. Now I will rise up. Ata akum, right? Ata akum, I will rise up now. Saith Yahweh, Yomar Yahweh, Yomar, saith Jehovah, I will set in safety. Ashit be Yesha. Ashit, right, from sheet, right? Ashit, I will set, I will put, I will set, right? I will place. Ashit, right? Ashit be Yesha. I will set in Yesha. Yesha. Here we have Yesha, right? Deliverance, salvation, rescue, safety, prosperity, victory. I will set. Ashit be Yesha, Yafiach lo. Yafiach lo, from the one who puffeth at him, from the one who would ensnare him. So here, the sense of for is not really there. It's more better the from, right? From the oppression, from the ravage, right? From the groaning, right? May ankat, me showed, from the downpression, the ravage, the violence, right? Me showed on the yim, may ankat, and from the ankat, from the shrieking, the groaning, ankat ebyoni, the groaning. The same word is used of a prisoner, right? The same word right here is used of a prisoner, the groaning, the sense of groaning, from the groaning, right, of the poor ones, right, of the ones in need, right? We have this in Psalm 79, round about verse 10, verse 11, also in Psalm 102, round about the 20th, 21st verse. But the key word right here is this word here, since this is Yahweh's answer right here, is this word here where he says, Ata akum. Ata, now akum. Ata akum. Ata akum. Now I will rise up, akum, to intervene on behalf of the sufferers. In his chokmato, in his wisdom, Yahweh allows the downpressers to have the upper hand for a while, although it means hardships for many innocent vicks and innocent victims. But he, even he who be, he decides when the moment is opportune to assert his will. We have this, for example, in Exodus, Shemot, Exodus chapter 2, verse 24, as well as in the prophet Isaiah, Isaiah chapter 33, verse 10. At whom they puff, at whom he would ensnare, expresses the haughty and contemptuous attitude of the downpressers towards the downpress. So here, this verse here, fifth verse here, this is Yahweh's answer. And here, the Vav, the wow verse, verses 6 to 8. Verses 6 to 8 right here. This is the closing section. This is the confidence, the ifidence, the surety, the godfidence in the answer, the confidence in the answer. Here, picking up the sixth verse. The words of Yahweh. Remember Yahweh's answer, previous verse. This verse now, in this section, the confidence in the answer. The words of Yahweh, pure words. Silver tried in the furnace of earth, purified 7 times, purified 7 times. Imrot Yahuwah Amarota Tohorota Kesefa Sarufa Ba Alil La Aretz Mizukaka Shivatayim Mizukaka Shivatai, purified 7 times. Here, the words. Now, words here is the Imra sense, right? There's the Dabar sense and the Imra. Imra is more like a speech, like an utterance, right? Dabar is like the word, like the logos, and the Imra is like the utterance. So here it says Imrot, the words of, the utterances of Yahweh. Imrot Yahweh Amarot. Amarot Tehorot. The words of, the utterances of Yahweh are pure utterances. Once again, the Imra right here, utterance, speech, right? Like utterance, a speech, right? Not just the word in the dabar sense, right? But in the sense of the utterances of Yahweh are pure words or amarot, right? Amarot, tahor, pure, clean, right? Pure, clean, morally clean, ethically clean, right? Just as even the animals being ceremonial clean, right? To be pure in a physical sense, a chemical sense, a ceremonial sense. Hebrew, this word tahor, right? Also a moral sense. Amarot, utterances, words, tehorot, clean, as silver tried in a furnace of earth. Now the Hebrew is interesting here. It says kesef. Kesef is silver. Kesef, right? Silver money. Kesef, saruf. Kesef, saruf. Saruf from saraf. Saraf means to melt, to smelt. That which is saruf, right? Saruf has been already tried. Saruf, past tense, already tried. So it's kesef, saruf, silver that's already been smelted, already been tried, already been purified in a furnace of earth. Ba alil la aretz. The Hebrew has a sense of as silver tried in a crucible. A crucible. A furnace is the alil. The alil is a furnace. So it's here it says ba alil, a furnace or a crucible, la aretz, for the earth or on the earth, but really for the earth. A crucible, completing, the sense of completing. The crucible, to say like the furnace, right? It completes the working over metal. So here, in this portion right here, purified 7 times. Mizukak, from zakak. Zakak, the verb to purify. Mizukak. It's already been purified. Mizukak shivatayim. Mizukak shib'atayim. It's already been purified to the 7s. Shib'atayim. There we go, right there. Shivatayim. Mizukaka shivatayim. Mizukak, 7-fold. 7 times. 7-fold. Some even see in this the sense of the dual. Remember the dual? So it's like 7 times 7. Purified shivatayim. But here, the confidence in the answer. So at verse 5 was Yahweh's answer, right? Here's the confidence in the answer, proclaiming that the words of Yahweh are pure words, pure utterances. Imrot Yahweh marota tehorot, that they've been purified, right? Like silver tried in the furnace of earth, purified 7 times 7. Pure words. Now, this is a contrast to the opening portion, right? Speaking of the deceitful words of men and people. The utterance of Yahweh is trustworthy, is truthworthy. Imrot Yahweh Amarot, Amarot Tehorot, Amarot Tehorot, pure words. As silver. Actually, it says silver. There's the as is not there. Even you see the italicized word as before silver. It's basically not ka kesef. It's actually kesef. Kesef tsaruf. Silver tried. Silver tried. Kesef tsaruf. Human speech may contain both truth and falsity. Human speech can contain both truth and falsity. However, Yahweh Eloheinu's word is like precious silver. Imrot Yahweh Marota Tehorot, like precious silver. Kesefa Saruf, silver that's been purified or tried silver that has been repeatedly refined in the crucible, in the furnace, ba'alil, in the alil, and freed, therefore freed from every trace of dross, from every trace of corruption. The fire has purified it. It has been purified 7 times. Mizukaka Shivatai. Mizukak. Mizukak is zakak. Mizukak 7 times. Now here, the furnace on the earth. The Hebrew actually has, let's see if we can show you the Hebrew right here. Here it says, this words here, Kesef Saruf Ba'alil La'aretz. Kesef Saruf. Kesef, silver, Saruf, tried, Ba'alil, on the alil, in the furnace, La'aretz, for the earth or to the earth, a furnace for the earth. Ba'alil la'aretz, ba'alil la'aretz. The purified metal, notice this, is poured from the crucible, the alil, into the mold, la'aretz, into the mold in the ground. Right? So even when we look at the Hebrew of it, it brings out the real idea and the context of what was done by the smiths. Kesef aruf ba'alil la'aretz. Right? So therefore the purified metal was poured right from the alil, the crucible, the furnace, la'aretz, into the mold in the ground, on the earth, for the earth. And here, last part of this verse here, mizukak shivatai, mizukak shivatai. The number 7 is a symbol of thoroughness. The number 7, right? The number 7, shivatayim, here, shivatayim, coming from the Shiva, Shiva, and Shiva, 7. The number of 7 is the symbol of thoroughness. Some say it may be that this has arisen from the similarity Hebraically between the word for 7, Shiva, right, and the word Saba. So we have Shiva, and Saba. Shiva means 7. Shiva, 7, and Saba means to be satisfied. Saba means to be full, like to be fully satisfied. So in the Hebrew, there's this similarity between the words Shiva, 7, Shiva, and Saba, to be satisfied, to be full. A similar usage is found in other Afro-Shemitic and other Eastern Oriental languages. So here we have the 7, bringing out the sense of the 7 times 7, right? Shivatayim, Mizukaka, Shivatayim. Here, this bringing us here to the Zain, the 7th verse here. Today's daily psalm, Mizmor Yod Beit, Mizmor Yud Vet. Here, verse 7. Thou shalt keep them, O Yahweh. Thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. Preserve them from. Preserve him. That is, every one of them. So the Hebrew sense of them is actually preserve him. And the him is in a general sense, every one of them. Here at the Zain verse, Ata Yahweh Tishmerein. Titzarenu, mina hadorzu leolam. Thou shalt keep them. Ata, the pronoun for you in the Hebrew. Ata, you and none other. Ata, speaking to a male. Ata Yahweh, tishmerein, you shall shamar them. You will shamar them. You are shamaring them. And you will shamar them. You will guard them, keep them, observe them. Also in the sense right here, to hedge about. You see, Strong's bring out the shamar sense in the ancient context, properly to hedge about. So the word to guard, shamar, mean like to hedge about, as with thorns. That is to say, to guard, in a general sense, to protect, to attend to. So here, Ata Yahweh Tishmerein, the I will guard them, will hedge them about, O Yahweh. The I, Jehovah Tishmerein. That's the more order of it. Ata Yahweh Tishmerein. The word order is reversed in the KJV. Really, you, the I, thee, O Jehovah Tishmerein, will guard them. Thou shalt preserve them. Titzarenu, you shall not tsar. This is related to Nazarene, right? Hanotzri, Yeshua Hanotzri, Natsar means to guard, to watch. You will watch over them. You will preserve them. You will guard them with fidelity. You will keep them close. You know what I mean? Be a watchman to them, right? To guard in the good sense, to protect, to maintain, right? The other sense of the two truths, to conceal them. Interesting here, this is a Natsar. So Nazarene is not related to Nazarite. They only seem similar in English. Nazarene, related to Nazareth, come from this root word here, Natsar, as in Yeshua Hanotzri. So here in this verse, Ata Yahweh Tishmerein, Titzreinu, min hadorzu leolam. You will, interesting here, Titzreinu, right? It's not so much them, but it's him, right? You will not tsar him. You will guard him. You will maintain him. You will Nazarene him. Titzarenu, mean from Hador, from the generation Zu, this generation Olam, forever, till time indefinite. Guard those who are attacked by these lying men. Titzarenu. And here, where it says preserve them, it really more better is preserve him in the sense of preserve every one of them. Titzreinu, preserve. But even the him there kind of points to the beginning, speaking about ki gamar chasi, ki fasu emuni, mi b'nei adam, for the faithful, right? Speaking of like him as example of them, fail from among the children of man, and the godly, the hasid, right, ceaseth. So here, Ata Yahweh Tishmerein, Titzreinu, min hadorzu leolam. Thou will preserve. Some bring this out as Titzreinu because of the nuance in Hebrew. Some look at this as preserve us. Titzreinu. Some translation bring out us, Titzreinu, right? But better him, each one of them. This generation, Hador Zu, this generation, from this generation, Li Olam. The generation is a generation of this class of unscrupulous persons, of men and people described in the earlier verses of today's daily psalm. Here to the Het verse right here, to seal up the confidence, the ifidence, the godfidence in the answer right here, to the 8th verse. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. When the vilest men are exalted. Saviv Rishaim Yita Halakun Karuma Zulut Livnei Adam. The wicked, the ratchet walk. Another bringing out of this, the wicked walk on every side when vileness, Zulut is exalted, right? When Zulut. What is Zulut? Vileness, Zulut, worthlessness, Zulut. Properly a shaking, a tempest from Zalal, worthless, vile, insignificant, right? Insignificant, right? To shake, to quake, worthless, prodigal behavior, loose morally, right? Loose morality. Here in this word Zulut, right? Karum, when exalted, Zulut, Libnei Adam, when vileness is exalted among the sons of men. So the wicked walk, Sabib, around Rishaim, the ratchet, the Rasha, right? The ratchet walk, Halak, Sabib, Rishaim, Yitahalakun, on every side, Sabib, right? Here it says Sabib, right? Sabib is like around, going around in circle, like when the wicked encircle, when the wicked are encircling us, right? Our neighbors to us are in our environment, right? Round and round. Sabib, Rishaim, Yitahalakun, and going to and fro. Karum, Zuluta, Libnei, Adam. Walk on every side. Wicked, ratchet men, Rishaim, are to be found everywhere. When they who are set in authority are of vile character. So one of the reasonments right here is that wicked men, and the Hebrew Rasha, singular, Rishaim, plural, right? Defiant men, right, are to be found everywhere when those who are set in authority are of vile character, worthless, loose moral character. The rulers, right? The rulers are the B'nai Adam, right? Are the sons of men. Wow, that didn't even bring that. They didn't even bring that out. You see when it says right here on the screen where it says when the vilest men are exalted. You see between men and are, there's two strong hyperlink words. There's Ben, right, for B'nai, and then there's Adam. So the translation says vilest men, right? The vilest men. But really, when vileness is exalted, right, amongst or for the sons of men, for the average men, when average people even get down with the vileness, there's always, like the evil clique, the evil crew. But when it becomes so commonplace, this vileness, this is what the psalm is bringing out right here. The rulers are the B'nai Adam. This doesn't get brought out very well here, but you can see the Strongs are two words. They have one word there, but two words there, right? When the vilest sons of men are exalted, you see, because the translation is kind of turned upside down right there. You see the NHEB, wicked, the wicked walk on every side when what is vile is exalted among the descendants of Adam. This brings it out. You see the Tanakh right there, Saviv Rishaim, Yitahalakun. Karuma Zuluta Libnei Adam. Libnei B'nai Adam. So the KJV doesn't really bring it out so fully right there. The WB even brings it out more better. The wicked walk on every side when what is vile, Zulut, right? In the Hebrew, the Zulut is exalted among the sons of men, right? So the KJV doesn't give a full sense of it, right? It says when the vilest men are exalted. No, it's saying when vileness, when loose morality is exalted among the common, everyday, average people. So the rulers in this context are the sons of men, the B'nai Adam. And notice it's Adam here and not Ish. We pointed this out before, like in Psalm 4, around about verse 3, Hebraically, and Psalm 8, around about 5. So whenever it says B'nai Adam, right, the sons of Adam, Hebraically refers to the common men, right? B'nai Ish is men of station, men of standing, men of responsibility, to whom more is given, more is required. But when it says B'nai Adam, it's the common man. Corruption spreads from the higher to the lower levels of a society. In spite of this, the psalmist in I is confident that Yahweh Eloheinu will protect the virtuous, right, who are victimized by the ratchet. Today's daily psalm, an ideal psalm for these days, and this time, and even this generation right here, is themed the prayer answer. A prayer answer. Sabib Rishaim Yitahalakun Karum Zulut Libnei Adam. Here, dub-wise, be wise. Just I, Rastafari, and I.
מזמור י"ב למנצח על השמינית מזמור לדוד. הושיע אדוני כי גמר חסיד, כי פסו אמונים מבני אדם. שב ידברו איש את רעהו שפת חלקות, ולב ולב ידברו. יחרד אדוני כל שפתי חלקות, לשון מדברת גדולות. אשר אמרו ללשוננו נגביר, שפתנו איתנו, מי אדון לנו? משוד עניים, מאנקת אביונים, עתה אקום יאמר אדוני, אשית בישע יפיח לו. אמרות אדוני אמרות טהורות, כסף צרוף בעליל לארץ, מזוקק שבעתיים. אתה אדוני תשמרם, תצרנו מן הדור זו לעולם. סביב רשעים יתהלכון, קרום זולות לבני אדם.
Psalm 12.
מזמור י"ב למנצח על השמינית מזמור לדוד.
Help, Lord.
הושיע אדוני,
For the godly man ceaseth.
כי גמר חסיד.
For the faithful fail from among the children of men.
כי פסו אמונים מבני אדם.
They speak vanity, every one with his neighbor.
שב ידברו איש את רעהו.
With flattering lip.
שפת הלקות.
And with a double heart do they speak.
ולב ולב ידברו, ידברו, ידברו.
Yes, yes, yes. Shabbat Shalom. Send that salam. Chabarim, Chabarim. Here for the Sabbath.
Yeah, man, Shabbat to come on, people know. Yeah, judgment now. So blaze up the golden chalice in the morning. Yeah, come on. The one and them herbs and liquid for me Sabbath, for me Sabbath. Oh, spice and liquid for the Sabbath. Come on now, herbs and liquid for the Sabbath. Alright, then a spice and liquid, and a herbs and liquid, and everything so irie and so nice. I tell you, say, I know my people, your heart full, oh, but how my people be joyful, oh. The Vatican are so full song. Go your locks, knock out your hole, knock out the whole I say. I know my people, your heart full, oh, but how my people be joyful, oh. The Vatican are so full, oh. So cut the locks, knock out the hole, knock out the whole and more. Herbs and liquid for me Sabbath, for me Sabbath. Oh, spice and liquid for the Sabbath, for the Sabbath. Oh, herbs and liquid, oh, spice and liquid, and everything so irie and so nice. I tell you, come on, take a spliff and then smoke it up. Come on, heal Emmanuel, then I go heal Marcus. Come on, dirty Vatican, head of Phoebus. Commanding vice, hold them and just a twist them up. Boom, herbs and liquid for me Sabbath, for me Sabbath. Oh, spice and liquid for the Sabbath, for the Sabbath. Oh, herbs and liquid, oh, spice and liquid, and everything so irie and so nice. I tell you, Sam, I know my people, your heart full, oh, but how my people be joyful, oh. The Vatican are so full, oh. So go your locks, knock out your hole. I tell you, Sam, I know my people, your heart full, oh, but how my people be joyful, oh. The Vatican are so full, oh. So go your locks, knock out your hole, knock out your hole and more. Herbs and liquid for me Sabbath, for me Sabbath. Oh, spice and liquid for the Sabbath, for the Sabbath. Oh, herbs and liquid, oh, spice and liquid, and everything so irie and so nice. I tell you, on the Sabbath day, we not go labor for them. And the Sabbath day, yeah, me bless you get all roots them. And the Sabbath day, me care for the empress them. And after the Sabbath, me sex them, me bless them. Oh, herbs and liquid for me Sabbath, for me Sabbath. Oh, spice and liquid for the Sabbath, for the Sabbath. Oh, herbs and liquid, oh, spice and liquid, and everything so irie and so nice. I tell you, son, I know my people, your heart full, oh, but how my people be joyful, oh. The Vatican are so full, oh. So go your locks, knock out your hole, knock out your hole, I said. I know my people, your heart full, oh, but how my people be joyful, oh. The Vatican are so full, so go your locks, knock out your hole, knock out your hole. So come on, take a spliff and then smoke it up. Come on, heal Emmanuel, then I go heal Marcus. Come on, dirty Vatican, head of Phoebus. Commanding vice, hold them and just a twist them up. Boom, herbs and liquid for me Sabbath, for me Sabbath. Spice and liquid for the Sabbath, boy. And herbs and liquid, oh, spice and liquid, and everything so irie and
Yes, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom on the outro right here. Shalom, Chabarim. Peace, friends. Peace, brothers and sisters. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Salam. Here, outro.
sing.